The mic because I'm old and my hearing's
Whoa,
damaged.
spotlight.
Right on me.
Do you want to ask a question?
No.
Okay. We got one right here.
Hey.
Hey. There you go.
Such a huge fan of that show. It had such a cult following. I'm glad it got all the way to those 7 seasons. And I was just so amazed how they could just come up with a new compelling story every season. Like, where do you go from here? And they found a way to make it so compelling, right? And so 2 questions. There's always this talk of a prequel or sequel that they were throwing around. And then the second thing is, when you had to play Bill's daughter that downloaded into the brain of Clark, like I immediately noticed how great an actress you were to be able to pull off. You look the same. I can tell right away this is Clark versus the evil. Like how is that to have to take a character and make it look different without making it too different? So.
Yeah, great questions. And the prequel was interesting. So they were doing a what's called a backdoor prequel where they embedded into one episode a pilot basically for what the new show was going to be. And I think that all got derailed by the pandemic. So that just kind of, they were all geared up to film that show once we finished season 7 of The 100, and then, the world shut down and it never resurfaced, which is sad, really. And then your second question, I love talking about this because I think playing Josephine and playing Clark, and then playing Clark, playing Josephine, and then playing Josephine, playing Clark, playing Josephine. Yeah. Anyway, it was crazy, but it lit me up. It really lit a fire under me, and when you've been playing a character for 6 years, you kind of think, well, there's only so many different stories I can play out here. You kind of hit a bit of a ceiling, I feel like. And when Josephine came along, I had this really rare opportunity to play an entirely new character. And so I just threw myself into it. In terms of making her different to Clark, I kind of pitched her voice up higher as opposed to Clark, who is very deep. And just I gave her some mannerisms that I knew would be a little bit of a tell. And I also wore a different perfume when I was playing Josephine, which kind of put me into that mode. I put on this kind of fruity, sexy perfume because she was a very playful character. And then with Clark, I wear my normal earthy scent. I pick a scent for every character I play. And,
interesting.
Yeah, and so it was fun to be able to kind of switch between Clark and Josephine, using that as my own little way of differentiating them. Yeah.
So if they do, if somehow the rebirth of this prequel could come out, you would do it? So would that be an heartbeat?
Well, we weren't, I think it's set way before our characters were around, which makes me so sad. But if The 100 was rebooted, I would do it in a heartbeat,
Yeah.
If there was a way to bring Clark back, sign me up, because it was some of the best years of my life.
Awesome. Right?
Thank you very much. Right before we get to this question, you said sign me up, and it reminded me of Beam Me Up. William Shatner likes your show.
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think William Shatner's a 100 fan. He's a CW fan.
Yeah.
100 fan.
Yeah, he would tweet us when tweeting was a thing. Do people still call it tweeting, or is it Xing now? I don't know.
Xing seems a little weird.
It does. I went off it when that changed over, but yeah, Shatner would DM us and send us tweets and things. But then I saw him, I think in Montreal. Was he here? I think it was. And I went up to him because we'd been talking online and he did not know who I was. So I thought, maybe, I don't know. I just thought maybe he didn't love the show as much as I thought he did, or he didn't recognize me out of character. Either way, I was a bit disappointed because I was like, hey mate! He was like, whoa, who are you?
Do not make a joke about how you should have worn green makeup going up to him. Got it. All right. What's your question, sir?
Hi, I'm an Indigenous filmmaker here in Winnipeg, and we have a really cool local film scene. I love Ozploitation movies, like from the 70s. Like Stone, that's one of my favorite movies. Do you like Ozploitation movies? And if you do, what's your favorite one?
I've never heard the term exploitation in my life.
Neither have
and
I.
I'm so happy it exists.
Yes, this is a great term that I'm learning for the very first time. So what is an Ozploitation movie?
Like it's like even Mad Max is one.
Oh, okay, so Australian.
Australian made, like independent,
Gotcha.
grassroots kind of stuff. Like Mad Max is like probably like one of the best examples. Stone is a really good one.
I haven't seen Stone.
You should.
I'm going to. It's on the list.
Like you have a favorite Australian movie, like
What's one that we've never seen that you would totally recommend and say, I don't know why Across the Pond is not as beloved as My Own Country?
The Castle. Have you ever seen The Castle?
No.
It's a great film. And Muriel's Wedding. I don't know if anyone.
Oh yeah, Mariel's Wedding. I saw that on a plane.
You did?
Yeah.
That is a classic.
Yeah.
But I can't think of, now my mind's going blank. I can't think of any others. I mean, I loved Mad Max, obviously. That was huge for us. But yeah, go check out The Castle. It's very Australian. Very Australian.
Okay, awesome.